To God be the glory, all blessings, you heard? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Matt Thomas, it's your boy Royalty. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This one is going to be for my fellas. I want to make sure that I speak a lot of positivity into you guys and whatnot. One thing about you is that you have to understand is your foundation is pretty important. Your foundation is pretty important, and we cannot undermine, the importance of a woman in our lives. Women are supposed to make things better. Women are supposed to make us, more wholesome and stuff like that. And I do genuinely believe that, there are women out there for all of us. But let me explain something. You are not obligated to take care of any lazy woman, and I'm going to tell you that right now. Stop dealing with these women that's asking for a handout, that's asking for things, that's saying that they demand and they're supposed to have certain things. Let's get one thing straight. Women do deserve the world. Women do deserve the better things in life. Women do deserve a man to, court them and, treat them the better way. But so do you. You're a king. You're a blessing. Stop coming to situations like you have to prove yourself. You are just as worthy as anyone else. And stop dealing with women that are lazy, that are not trying to do things for themselves. Women, if you're watching this, I know some people might not like this. I know some people might just be trolling and just go in the comments and be like, oh, Matt, nobody want to hear that. But we're going to talk about it, because what we do see all the time is we always see how men are being chastised and how they're not being appreciated and how it's this and how it's that. No, let's really talk about it. Stop dealing with these lazy women. Just because they're pretty, they have a nice, body structure and, they say that they can provide for themselves and stuff like that. Prove it. Prove it. I need you guys to be better for yourself. I need you guys to show more. I need you guys to understand that your foundation matters. Your foundation matters. Well, first of all, most of us don't even have a foundation as we're growing up. As we're growing up, we're trying to find our foundation. We're trying to find things that make us who we are and stick with it and actually believe in it. Whether we're looking at music videos, whether we're looking at TV, whether we're looking at movies, however it is, we're always trying to figure out who we are. And I don't care what you say. You can watch this and say that I'm lying, but it's really a fact. It took me so long to actually figure out the man that I wanted to be. I didn't realize who I wanted to be until I was about 28, 29. You know what I mean? And it was after all the trials and tribulations I had to go through to get to this point right now. Understand? And I've dealt with my share of women, and I was trying to figure out, maybe if I hold on to this one in the work, maybe if I hold on. Nah, stop dealing with that laziness, man. Stop dealing with women that feel like they're obligated to anything. No one is obligated to anything. The only thing that you're obligated to is loving yourself to the best of your ability and believing in God as your Lord and Savior. That's the only thing that you're obligated to. If she always has her hands out and never puts you on the game, that's not the person you need to deal with. Understand this. If I know you about to walk into a trap and I know you about to walk into a situation that's not beneficial for you, I'm supposed to put you on. As that person being your lady, being your wife, being your girlfriend, being your supporter, being whatever it is, they're supposed to put you on the game. And if they're not putting you on the game and they're not letting you know what's going on in your life, are they really supportive? If their hand is always out, hey, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? What about me? You didn't get me this. Man, put your hand down. And fellas, stop going in your pocket. You are more than just a provider and a person that could, financially provide. No, you are more than that and be more than that. Listen, you are a stand tall king. You are the one that holds, an empire together. She is the one that, helps you direct it. But however, you have to make sure you have your foundation. We go through life so much, allowing us to be, ridiculed by society, women, men, friends, the block, so many different things, right? So many different things. But we don't really hear what bigs us up. We don't really have that, oh, you know what? You're a great guy. You're going to be great someday. You're going to be important. You're going to believe in somebody. Somebody's going to believe in you. Somebody's going to big you up and make you a better man every single time. You don't really hear that. You don't hear that. We don't hear that at all. You do hear when things are going wrong with a female. You do hear that, you aren't a man if you can't provide financially. You aren't a man if you don't take care of your kid. You aren't a man if you don't. What are you a man if you do? Why every time that I have to be a man, I have to do for someone else? Why can't I just be a man for myself? Why can't I just have this foundation for myself? Let me explain something to you. When I talk like this, a lot of people don't attest to it. A lot of people don't agree with it. And that's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Like I said, I might be somebody's glass of Hennessy, but you have to understand is that your foundation has to be so strong and so firm. It's almost like you seem crazy. I'm so serious, because if you don't believe in yourself, Why should anybody else believe in you? A woman will not follow you if she do not think you could lead. It's not your objective or your job to make sure that she believes in you. It's her objective to believe in you. You understand? Like, it's not her objective to be like, oh my God, show me something. No, you be you. You be great. Go chase them dreams. Go stack your money. Don't brag. Hold it down. You know what I mean? You ain't got to go to the club and, show everything off. They going to still come. They going to always be there. The thing about it is knowing your foundation and stop dealing with these lazy women, man. Women like that are called a charity case, however you look at it. Stop dealing with these charity cases. You want a charity case, go to Google. You go to the Salvation Army, go somewhere. Stop dealing with these charity cases. Just because it looks like it's a power couple and just looks good on paper and just looks good in pictures, does not mean that it's supposed to work for you, bro. I'm going to tell you that right now. Stop letting your brothers tell you and your friends tell you, like, oh, you need a bad joint, you need this, you need that. You need somebody that's going to uplift the king in you. Somebody that's going to speak to the king in you. Somebody that's going to speak to the person in you and make you a better person. If you can't find the person that you're dealing with, the person that you're laying with, the person that's in your bed, the person that you're spending most of your time with, if this person does not speak to the king in you, then what are you doing? What is really good? I know that ain't that serious. A picture ain't that serious. Looking good ain't that serious. Are you happy? Like ask yourself, when's the last time you really been happy? Without everything else. Without the drugs, without the smoking, without the drinking, without everything. When was the last time you sat there and was genuinely happy with the person that you're with? Genuinely happy with the person that you're talking to. Now, some people might have that. But I'm going to tell you 9 times out of 10 people don't. 9 times out of 10, most men be trying to figure out, what am I going to do in my life? I need to find me a new girl. Nah, bro. Find you. Figure out what's wrong. Your daddy wasn't there? Cool, copy. Dig with that. Dig it. Like figure out how did it affect you. Copy, you lost somebody really close to you, figure out how has it dealt with you. Figure out your turmoil, figure out your hurt, figure out your pain, figure out everything that has brought you to this point right now. Figure it out every single point so nobody can come to you and say that you're broken. Coming from a broken man, I'm telling you, man, most of us are broken. We don't realize we're broken. We sleep with multiple women, we deal with multiple situations, trying to, be a part of this culture that we think is cool, but we really don't realize that we're doing it only because we have holes in ourselves and we're trying to fill those voids. And sometimes we attach to people that actually fill those voids momentarily, and then when they leave, it just feels like we're empty and we have the whole, everybody always leaves us. I mean, things happen. I mean, sometimes, you got to be by yourself. In a moment of isolation, you find out who you really are. Like Drake said, it's crazy you got to wait till it's dark out to see who's really with you. Like you got to really see who's really with you. If everybody in your life left you right now, what foundation do you have? You have to make sure you have your own. Most of all, you got to believe in big homie. If you don't got a relationship with God, I'm going to tell you that's the first thing I'm going to think that you should really, try to jump onto. I'm not here to coerce you into believing anything, but I'm going to tell you that your foundation is the biggest thing. Your foundation is more needed than anything in your life. I really do hope that you guys attest to what I'm talking about and actually, soak it up and actually just know that I want you guys to be great. I want you guys to be better. Stop dealing with these charity cases. Stop dealing with these women that have nothing to offer. Stop allowing yourself to be so simplified to something so small. You're something big. Everybody I talk to is, hey, what's up, king? What's up, bruh? Speak to the king in the person. Stop talking to, these hoodlums and these hood rats and these thugs. Stop being that. Be more. And I know you're probably like, oh, we don't want to hear no Malcolm X speech and Martin Luther King. Alright, copy. It's not even about that. It's about being wholesome. Stop having these holes in yourself. Stop allowing yourself to get to a point where you don't even know why you live in your life. You don't even know what you're doing. You so constructed that if I just go to work and come home, I'm a man. Nah. Don't be simplified to that. Stop dealing with these charity cases because you're not a charity. You're a treasure. You're a king. Wear your crown properly. Because if you don't, someone will knock it off. And then at that point, at that moment in your life, you'll forget your worth. And you can't forget your worth. Because only me and you know how long it took for you to get to this point. Don't look at your scars as, an embarrassment. Look at everything that you've been through in your life, everything that you're going through in your life, brought you to here. Because that's your testimony. Copy? I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. It's your boy Matt Thomas, your boy Royalty. Over and out.